welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave, but for now let's dive right into the video. So for today's video we are doing a video on the long awaited palette that I have been coveting for a couple of months now. I think this might have come out in November, and if it wasn't November it was December, but at the minute it came out I wanted it. It took quite a long time for the shipping to get to me, but I don't think I ordered it immediately either, so it's been even longer. I have had this a couple of weeks now. I think I got it over sort of the Christmas period or just after Christmas, but I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to sort of film this one. But look how stunning this palette looks. This is the Revolution Pro Ultimate Crystal palette in the shade Adorned. I'm not sure they've done any others, but maybe they will, which is why it's got a specific name. And excuse the state of it because it was beautiful once, but I've done this eye look. But as you can see, it has a stunning shades. I'm going to go ahead and swatch these for you, and then I will insert the clip and the footage of me creating this look. The sort of metallic shades, or I don't know what you'd call them, metallic, or yeah, they're definitely metallics. They are kind of wet feeling, and they just make for such beautiful, blendable and striking shades. Even the matte shades feel silky on the skin. When you're rubbing your finger in a matte shade, it feels beautiful. So here we are so far. I think I'm going a bit too low, so I'm just going to put this one up here just so that we're not getting a little bit too low down. I'm worried about running out of room. This is the colour I've got on my inner corner today, and it is just such an unusual but beautiful shade. There's two glitters in here. This is the first glitter, which is very unusual. It's almost like a gel consistency, and it's white with like a green and purple shift to it. You might be able to see it better on my finger. It's very unusual but pretty. We then have a deep purple which looks stunning. I nearly used this on my eye look today, but I went for a lighter shade in the outer corner. But yeah, beautiful all the same. We have pretty much a blending out shade for my skin tone. This is the colour I used in the middle portion of my eyelids because I went for 3 colours across the eyelids. They end up looking quite similar, that one and this one on the eye, because like this one has yellow reflex, this one has orange reflex, so they kind of, although in the pan these two look fairly different, on the eye they look very similar. We've got this gorgeous multi-chrome here, which again is a stunning shade. We've got a beautiful, almost like a taupe iridescent shade, and I've just realised I'm leaning on my face. I do that a lot when I'm swatching, and then I'm like, why have I got all this across my face? That one is stunning as well. Have you seen how much the light catches them and they glisten? Beautiful. We've then got a gold glitter, and I did steer away from the glitters this time. I'm not sure why, because glitters are my thing. I'm going to put this up here because I'm running out of room. Look at that. And then this colour is the colour I've got on my outer corners. We're going to stick this across here because we're really running out of room. How beautiful are all these shades. And then final one is another matte. And where are we going to put this one? We'll put this along here. So yeah, absolutely beautiful palette, and I'm just so glad I've picked it up. This is one of these palettes where you start using it and then you're like, I can't believe I was umming and ahhing about this palette. I didn't want, you know, I can't believe I nearly missed out on buying this palette. This palette is one that you need. There's no question. The quality, it is Revolution Pro, which, you know, they're always, the quality is always that little bit higher. But this is like the best quality I think I've used. Probably. From Revolution, on the sort of shimmer, metallics, that kind of front. Mattes, the matte, I only used one matte and I just used it in the crease, so I didn't really get much opportunity to sort of play with the mattes. To be fair, there is only 4 mattes in this palette anyway, and they are pretty much just sort of like transition-y shades. It's not anything you'd be doing anything fancy with. So it is all about the shimmers, but these are the most beautiful formulaed shimmers, metallics, glitters that I've ever used from Revolution and all of its sort of umbrella brands before. So I would highly, highly recommend. But stay tuned and I will show you how I created this look today. I mean, just look at that. Look how beautiful this is. There are so many different shades. I could literally create about 27,000 different looks with this. As always, I'm not exaggerating, but yeah, I am spoiled for choice and I can look at this palette and see so many different looks instantly. Sometimes I struggle. I'm not the most creative person. Sometimes I look at a palette and when they're a bit random, I just really struggle. But this one, I could go so many different ways and so many different colours go with one another. The whole palette pretty much goes with one another, that I'm going to have to put at least 3 or 4 shimmers on here. So that's what we're going to do. I hope you don't mind the extreme close-up. Just thought it might be a bit easier to see what I'm doing. I'm going to start off with just like a fluffy brush. I don't even know which... Oh, it's a Morphe, this one. An R39. And I'm just going to sweep a bit of a colour through my crease. I think we're going to go in with Grace, which is this shade on the end. Oh! I just dropped the palette and stuck my finger accidentally in that glitter. Ugh. Look at that. You may as well have a swatch now, it's all over me. That is beautiful and I'm really sad I gouged a chunk out of it. The glitter's the kind of glitter that will go all over your other shadows, so yeah, be careful with that. Don't stick your fingers in it by accident like I just did. But yeah, let's go in with Grace first of all. And I'm just going to pop this all in my crease. By the way, I've got mascara on before I do my eyeshadow. Obviously, that is ridiculous and not something I normally do, but I was just filming a mascara video, so that is why. So, I don't know at this point whether it'll... I think it will be up before this video. So what I'll do is I will link it in the description. I've been testing the new Revolution 5D mascara that's designed to be a lash lift. I've only got it on one eye there. I've got a different mascara on the other eye just to be awkward. So I was trying to compare the two. You can definitely tell my lashes are different. But yeah, I've just sweeped that all over my crease area. So the first shimmer I'm going in with is going to be this one here, which is called Charm, which is like a really unusual shade. It's not gold, it's not orange, it's kind of in between. But it's too light to really be bronze. It is like, I don't know, like a light orange, metallic, which is just so beautiful and unusual. Don't know whether that will show up that well. I'll wait till I've done a little bit more and you might be able to see it a bit better. I'm just putting that in the first sort of third of my crease. We're going to try about 3 shades today just because they are all so beautiful. I just couldn't pick 1 or 2. We had to go for 3. I just ran out of space on my SD card, and I just deleted the video that I spent 20 minutes filming prior to this one. So I am loving life today. What am I playing at? I don't know. I don't know how I'll get that back, or if I can. I'm not sure that I can. But anyway, let's just dive on in. I did have a quick look and I couldn't see a way of doing it. Next, I think we're going to go in with Charm, which is this one here. And we're just going to put that in the next third of my lid space. And again, this is quite an unusual shimmer shade. It's more of a deeper orangey tone. Although it's coming out quite similar to the other one. Let's try a different brush in case there's too much of the other on that brush. Now I think it is just that similar. This is a clean brush and it looks very similar. Looks very different in the pan but very similar on the lid. I think it's just more, it's got a slightly different shift to it I think, but I think it's very similar. And then for the end I think we're going to go in with Worship, which is this reddy one at the bottom, like a maroony, and again that has like a bit of an orangey shift to it. And at the moment, don't worry that this isn't blended. It's not meant to be right this minute. Once I'm happy with the placement, that's when the magic will happen. But yeah, I do like that colour combo. Something a bit different. Considering this looks like quite a traditionally goldy, purpley palette, you know, looking at it, it looks like a more glam version of, like, say, Modern Renaissance or something like that. It's got that kind of vibes to it. It looks completely different when you start playing with it. So yes, I'm very happy. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a clean blending brush. I say that loosely because I don't know whether I've got one of those in my life. But yeah, this one seems clean. Nothing's coming off it anyway. And I'm just gonna, I don't actually want to like blend the edge completely because I kind of want this to look a bit cut crease-esque, but it's not a full-on cut crease. So I just want to, you know, have a happy medium between a cut crease and a blended eye look, if that makes any sense at all. So we're just blending out that edge, but still leaving quite a definite eye shape, if that makes any sense. And then once I've done that, this brush, by the way, is a MAC 224S. The S is just synthetic because they used to do non-synthetic brushes, so that just means that. So it's a 224. I feel like this is a tapered blending brush, but I don't really know what it's called. I'm guessing that's what it's called. It's the vibes it gives me, and that's what I kind of use it for. I do use it for blending, but blending when I want to be a bit more precise and not end up with it, you know, going too high. That's what I use this one for. So yeah, I'm happy with the outside blend. I'm just gonna get a bit of a fluffy flat brush. So I'm taking this E25 from Sigma, and it is just like a flat brush, but it is a blending flat brush. So we're just going to take that and I'm just going to lightly go in between the shadows. Normally when I'm blending shadows sort of across my lids, I would take a bit of each shade on my brush and then just sort of use that to sort of blend with. However, these shadows, these shimmers, they're very, can't think what the word is, damp. Sorry, I know people don't like that word, but moist, damp, spongy. They're not powder as such. They're not you know, something that you could just go with, if that makes any sense. Do you know what? I've lost the ability of the English language this evening. I do not know what's wrong with me. Not only do I film a video and then completely delete it, before I even left the chair I was filming it on, but I also can't speak. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking small amounts of that darker shade. So I've just taken a really small amount. As you can tell, it's not coated the brush. I've literally just tapped the brush in it and then tapped it on my eyelid. I just want to get enough to do a light layer over the top of what's there, so that's kind of like blending it in almost. And then I'm just going to take the medium sort of middle shade, which is Crush, and I'm just going to go back over it slightly, just to, which is what I would normally do with like proper powder shadows, but this is more like a cream shadow, and I don't want it to get too thick and too sort of cakey. But yeah, I'm happy now that that is blended enough. So I would normally say at this point I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to finish my face, but I've done it all reversed today just because I was filming a mascara video that's now been deleted, because that is my life. So what we're going to do is just go straight in with the under eye. So again, I'm taking the darkest shade and I'm just popping that on the outer corner, maybe like a third of the way along. And I'm going to just blend that out with the fluffy brush again when I can find what I've just done with it. I'm just going to blend that further along and also down my under eye a little bit, just to give it that sort of smoked out vibe. I must say this palette is so easy to work with. I've created this look in literal minutes. Sometimes I can be doing eye looks and it can take me like literally 2 hours. I mean, it's not the eye look that's taken me 2 hours, it's my whole face of makeup, and to be fair, I already had makeup on my face. But yeah, it can take me a long time, and this has just been so easy and quick, and yeah, I'm loving the easiness of it. It blends so easily without having to go over it loads and loads of times. The almost cream-like formula blends beautifully with the skin. I'm definitely a big fan of this palette, and that's just from a quick, you know, a quick play with it. It's nothing that complex that I've done today. So I never ever wear gold highlighter, I couldn't think of the word then, but coincidentally I've already put it on today on my face, so I do think that we need to see this through and put it everywhere else. This is the OMG by Illamasqua, and this was gifted to me in a beauty subscription box. I think it was Look Fantastic. It's not one that I've picked up myself. However, it's one that was on my wish list, so I would have picked it up if I hadn't been gifted it anyway. I probably would have got it in the Boxing Day sales or the, you know, November sales this year, because I've been wanting it for that long, and to be honest, I went a bit ham with all the products that I've bought in the last couple of months. I would have picked it up as one of them. So we've just done a bit of brow bone highlight, and I'm just going to stick a bit in my inner corner as well, because it all is the right shades and tones for this look. Gotta love a coincidence. Okay, so this is the finished look. I've just stuck some lashes on that are probably going to come off because I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep having issues with lashes these days. I've bought my regular glue again, so it's just a case of getting used to this one again. Hopefully it'll work for me. I'm not 100% sure on these lashes. They're a bit weird, and I think I might have got them on the wrong eyes, but we're going with it because I'm not taking them off again. They are a pain in the neck, lashes in general, so they are staying as they are. But yeah, overall I am very, very impressed. If you want something that's easy to work with, that's beautiful, and you can create just such a quick, easy look that looks good enough to go on a night out, this is the palette for you. And how could you not love something that looks that stunning? So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel, and I hope to see you in a video again soon. Bye.